Hey guys, welcome back to Resident Evil Requiem. This is part 10 of our trophy guide and walkthrough. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button and subscribing if you haven't already before we get started, that would really help the channel out a lot. So, when we last left off, we had one more generator to put fuel in, and we have several options as to where we want to go first. We can go to the Cedarbrook Apartments, or we can go up this lift here because there's a generator there. And we can also travel back to the beginning part of Raccoon City. I'm going to start out with the section that I like the least, which is found by taking the lift up. You'll come around here and go down the ladder to get there. Now you can do this in any order that you want. This is just the order that I chose. So feel free to go into a different section if you want and then come back here later to follow the guide. This is the final generator. So once you put your fuel in, you'll see that it'll disappear from your inventory. Press the button to open up the door. And once you get here, you'll see one of those loot crates just sitting by and a zip line. So once you take the zip line and cross over, you are stuck doing this segment until its end. So just keep that in mind before you do this, because you'll be stuck over there until the completion of this area. So we're headed over to these broken down buildings. Here, there's really only one path that you can take. I do think you can hop out of one of these windows and go up some scaffolding, because you're going to see me in just a minute. I'm going to shoot down one of those fragile boxes, and I don't actually go and get it because at the time I wasn't exactly sure how to. But I think when you first drop down, there are some windows to the left that go out to scaffolding, and I think you can go out there, climb up, and then get to the segment to grab this item. I didn't grab it, but feel free to try it before you move on. You can break the boards on that door and come in here for an item, and then go upstairs. There are a couple items scattered around this sort of office building too. When you go to the right, once you come up the stairs and you go to the right, come into this room here for some gunpowder, and then on a shelf here you're going to find Mr. Raccoon number 16. You should hear him dancing away. Don't forget about him. And once you exit the room, you can see there is a fragile box hanging right there. So like I said, I'm going to stand here for a minute and look around. I think you can go through the windows there and work your way around the scaffolding, climb up, and then access that. I did not do it because I was already recording, and honestly, even in 4 other playthroughs, I never noticed that there. But I did want to point it out for you guys in case you do want to go get it. And let's be real, I probably have 2 more playthroughs to go. Maybe 1 if I get enough points, but we'll have to see at the end. Because we do have to do an insanity run through. And we also need a playthrough where we do not collect any blood as grace, and we do not use any healing items at all. So realistically, that's probably 2 more playthroughs. An easy playthrough and an insanity run. But I want to do the insanity run with unlimited ammo. And then, of course, we have to beat it in under 4 hours. So should be 2 more playthroughs. I'll be able to get it another time, maybe. Just continue making your way around this building. Like I said, there's not too many places that you can really go. It's a very linear path. And once you get here, you'll see more of these boards with a little yellow paint on them. We're going to be breaking quite a few of these. And then you'll have to cross over this beam. It does look treacherous, but I don't actually think that you can fall off. Like, there's no balance mechanic or anything, so don't worry about it too much. Once you get to the other side, you'll see these buildings are really leaning heavily now. You can actually see the boards sliding down because we're on such an incline. You'll have to shoot down the door there and then jump across. I kind of forgot for a second. I came over here and I shot this door, but it just falls off. You can't do anything. And I kind of forgot where to go next for a second. So I came and looked down here, but that just shows you where you came in. You can clearly see the zip line. So head back up, and there is a door on the wall above and to the left. Like once you go all the way over here, just look up and to the left, and you can see clearly there's a door here. And once all of that stuff falls down, you can drop down onto it. I do have a little bit of... I'm not going to say I'm afraid of heights, but they make me highly anxious. Yeah, I think that's probably why I like this area the least, because it's actually pretty fun to go through. I don't like the heights. Open up the elevator and drop down inside. And when you look up, there's nothing down at the bottom, but when you look up, there are 2 elevators here. Stay on the left side because the right elevator is going to fall down. And right after it falls, move over to the right because then the left elevator will fall. You get up to the top. You will slide down onto some glass and it will crack, which is supposed to give you an idea of what's going on here. We're going to be walking on glass for a little bit here, and you'll have a prompt here that says you can break the glass underneath the feet of enemies and they'll just fall through so that you don't have to take them out, and you still get points for them dying also. So keep that in mind. Right where I just shot through the glass, you have to shoot that for story progression. You just don't want to shoot glass to where you back yourself into a corner where you can't get out. So do be careful where you're aiming. So here you can see there was something here. I think it was maybe like a shelving unit or something. Once you shoot it and shoot the glass, the shelving unit will fall and it will create a ramp for you to go up. There I'm just making sure I get my points, to be honest. You don't have to take all those guys out, but I want to get as many points as possible so I can get some upgrades done on my weapons. And once you come up here, you're going to see a couple of enemies. One of them is going to be walking up there. I'm going to try to take him out. He's got a gun, and they do shoot very randomly. Oh, I don't want to shoot him. He's too close because he's got a bomb in his hand. Yeah, you don't want to be too close because you'll take damage. And then there are more enemies, and of course, they have guns. Luckily, they could have very easily killed me. Luckily, one of them blew up and took them both out. So, continue along the path. Again, there's really only one way you can go. Be aware that there are probably items scattered around if you did take some of these guys out. And once you get up here, you'll drop down, and we're finally back on even ground. Yeah, my stomach is untightening already.
Okay. Let's find those detonite points.
So of course, once you open up this door, you'll have a bunch of items and a yellow box, which indicates there is another piece of the detonator here. We have the relay, and you automatically combine it to the distributor. So that's 2 out of 3 pieces that we have found. Unfortunately, we
Got the
can't
relay.
go back
Okay, one component
down
left.
the way that we came
By the
up.
way,
So we're going to have to find a
I
new
found
path.
some evidence of
Go
the
into
Pentagon
this
putting pressure
door
on the BSAA.
here, and you'll
It
find the
appears
save
North
room.
American branch has been moving independently.
Go ahead and do whatever you would like to do with your
Heard
weapons.
they had an internal dispute.
You should
Take a look.
have another, because this is a new box, you should have another opportunity to buy a med injector. Although I don't see it, so maybe not. It did repair the body armor, and you want to make sure that you do that. Every chance that you get to repair that body armor, you should, because it will help to keep your health up for longer. So you can see here that I'm just tuning up some of my weapons. Tune up any weapons that you like, and if you haven't attached charms, you can do that as well. You can choose different charms to go on your weapons. We'll be finding more as we go along. I think right now we only have
That's
just a
all
few.
I've got. There's been
Make
an
sure to
increase
save.
in government surveillance.
Because this area is like a 2-part area.
Looks like my fan base
Well,
is
I
growing.
guess really like 2.5.
Some things never change. Watch your back. I'll contact you again soon.
Cross over to this building here and go through the door. Once you come out on the other side, you'll see a ladder on the left that you can shoot down. Do that for sure, because there are some valuable items up here. Another one of these loot boxes. And then you'll have a view of the area, but we're gonna go to a better spot in just a second where we'll use the binoculars. Like, you'll just automatically use the binoculars so you can see what it is that you need to do in order to progress. So come down and then go up the short flight of stairs here. Use your binoculars, and you'll see that there is a lift directly across from where we are.
That'll get me down.
And that's how we're going to have to get down. But we're going to have to explore the right side and the left side in order to reach the cranks to lower this lift from where it is. For now, what we're going to do is take out the enemies with the sniper rifle before going over there, just to make life a little bit easier. And at the top, there is a very large box. You'll want to shoot the yellow hook that it's on. And I cannot get this guy. That was awful. That was absolutely awful shooting. Shoot the large box, the yellow hook on it, to drop it down. Okay. And then you'll drop down from here and make your way over. As you go through this area, you are going to have several enemies that are going to just randomly come out. We're going to go to the right and up the stairs. If you go to the left, you'll aggro more enemies. And when you get here, there are 3 zombies here initially. One of them is a blister head. Here, I really should have come and taken this guy out when he was over there, but I didn't. I moved forward too much. Once you go forward, another enemy will drop down. So now we have, even though I took one out, we have several. I'm just going to throw a grenade to try to, you know, break that group up. I did much better than I thought I would, honestly. That was, I stuck myself in a tough spot. But I do prefer to stealth, so that's most likely why. This guy up here always has that, and he always throws it. And I should have been more aware of my surroundings. That guy, I knocked him off, thank goodness. I'm just going to wait here so that I can toss this weapon at this guy to get him off my back. If you go behind the stairs here, turn left and go behind the stairs, and underneath there's a box with an item inside. Of course, that's not mandatory. It's just a little extra help. When you run up here, I'm going to get a grenade ready because some zombies are going to burst out of here. And I want to get the item inside. So there's a green herb and rifle ammo in here. Then you want to jump up on the side. Grab this ladder on the side, jump up, climb up this side, and run to the left and slide down. Once you slide down, you're done with this portion. And you can go ahead and turn the crank wheel to lower this end of the lift.
Now for the other side.
Okay. Once you're done, head down the stairs. And you'll see that we need to lower the other side as well. We're going to go to the left first. This is actually another way to the save room. So when you come in here, you'll unlock this door. And it'll bring you back to the same save room that we were last in. So of course you can come in here. Turn in your points if you want to. I do recommend making another save. And, of course, fixing any body armor. Yeah, on this particular difficulty, if let's say I go into the next area and I die, it's going to stick me back before I just did the other side that I did. So, yeah. Make a save. I know it used to be like you would get penalized from saving, but actually when you get to the end of this game, there is no ranking. Like you don't get an A, B, C, S. You don't get a ranking. So saving has no bearing on anything. So save often. I'm going to have to get rid of some of these weapons soon. I am really running out of space. Which I did buy a silenced pistol, and then I found the submachine gun, and I also found the sniper rifle with the silencer on it. When you get over here, when you exit the room and come this way, you can do this many ways. You can just run in guns blazing, or you can do like I just did, and through the wall, take that zombie out through the boards, and then when you come here, just barely go around and take out these zombies. And if you're using a silenced rifle, they won't be alerted. This area can be a little tough because there's quite a few blister heads, but this is the way I like to do it. Take out the ones that I can right away, and the blister heads, man, they're just bullet sponges. If you look above, there's a guy there, and if you want to try to take him out because he can throw items at you, come around this way and turn around, because up on this walkway, you're going to have several enemies who can throw items at you, and there's also a chainsaw enemy up there as well. I'm trying to save that red canister for the chainsaw guy, but man, my shots are not hitting. You also have to keep in mind that there are other enemies that are coming around. See, there we go. We got that, but you have a blister head coming after you, and I went the wrong way. I went back to where I was before. So, all right, he's gone. There'll be more here too. I don't know how that shot didn't get him. And then I think the chainsaw guy fell down because shooting the red canister doesn't kill him. It injures him, but he's pretty strong. These two guys are pretty easy to take out. And again, I have mentioned before that I want as many points as I can get. So even though I come over here through this door, the chainsaw guy or any other enemies won't follow you through here. So I'm going to exit back out to try to take these guys out. to get my points. But I'm going to have to run back in a couple of times because as you can see, he swings wildly with the chainsaw. My shots are like, I really should stop using the sniper rifle for this guy because my shots are not hitting the way I want them to. Alright, there we go. And he's 2,500 points by himself, so if you are trying to stack up points, you should definitely kill the heavier enemies, like him. Now I'm just running back to collect any items that I left behind. Once you get over here, you'll see the second lever that we need to turn. Plus several items scattered all over the place. That dead zombie on the ground does have a tactical tracker module. So you'll want to pick that up. So this is like the two sections are done, and now we have to do the half. So before doing that, I am going to run back to the save room and make a quick save. When you come back out, you're going to be on this lift. I would make sure that you have a couple of hand grenades because, of course, the lift isn't going to work right and enemies are going to fall on it, as if you didn't know. When you're ready, come over here and press the button. The lift will start to go down, and you'll see zombies in these rooms kind of poking their arms out, but here you'll see there are zombies that are going to come out of here. The lift is going to stop for, you know, story purposes, I guess, just because, you know, game logic. You'll want to just kind of, you can shoot these guys in the knees.
You'll have to take the next one.
Just to kind of slow them down so that you can melee them. As you continue to go down, more and more enemies will drop, so do be careful. And just randomly by chance, I happen to get the Seasoned Pro trophy right here. You should earn that naturally through your playthrough. It is for defeating 300 enemies. So it just so happened that I got it here. If you don't get it here, don't worry. I'm sure you will get it before the end of the game, because we still have quite a bit to go. And as you can see, the lift just stops sometimes. You know, I guess it's waiting for you to kill enemies. Now you will get this one blister head, and that's why I say you should probably have a grenade to stagger them back. Sometimes if you throw it just right, the grenade will take them out completely, but it didn't work this time. That's okay. Pretty soon here, the lift is going to break, and you'll get a cutscene. It's all on a timer. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you do. It's just, it's a timer, basically. And you will fall down here. I am not going to mess with any of those guys. I'm just going to make a run over here for this red canister. You'll see people in front of you or zombies in front of you and behind you, and I'm going to throw it where the most zombies are to try to get some points when it explodes. Then go through this tunnel, jump across, unlock this door, and you will get the Going Down trophy, which is story related and can't be missed. When you come out, turn to the right, climb up this path of broken road, and you'll see that you're actually right back over where we need to set the detonator to progress the story. So if you go on past that and to the right, you'll see our BSAA camp. And right here, this is technically it's container number 3 from the ones that we've opened, but there's a 2 inside of it. And remember, the first one was already opened for us. Open it up, come inside, and you'll see the motorcycle, which you should already have a pretty good idea. That's how we're going to be getting out of here. And there is a repair kit in here also. You don't know what you need it for just yet, but spoilers, the next piece that we get is going to be broken. So we're going to need to repair it, obviously. Okay, at the camp, we can, do our usual thing. Upgrade whatever it is you'd like to upgrade, sell whatever it is you'd like to sell. I really do like the silenced pistol. I know I haven't been using it very much, but I really do like it. I think the alligator snapper may actually have more power, but I prefer the silenced pistol. And if I haven't done it yet, it should be pretty soon. I'm going to sell the classic sniper rifle. I really need to get it out of my inventory because it's taking up a lot of space. Make a save before we move on. And we have 2 options left. One mandatory and story related and one not. We're going to go over here and look down into this pipe from these girders or whatever they are that made a path across the hole. If you look down in that pipe, you'll find Mr. Raccoon number 17, and you will need to make sure to get that one before you leave this area, because once we leave, we aren't coming back, and we're getting pretty close to getting out of here. There's probably some new zombies here as well that you can stealthily take out. I love it when they leave their throwable weapons just laying around. So we can either head into the Cedarbrook Apartments, or we can go over to where we go back to the beginning of the game. In the Cedarbrook Apartments, you'll remember maybe last video we shot down one of the silver cases from that air conditioner unit. This is actually some Requiem ammo, and don't forget to go pick it up if you haven't already. We're going to do part of the Cedarbrook Apartments right now. Come back here and grab your loot box. And there's an herb here as well. You can look around in here, but this path is just blocked off. We can't go any further. So once you turn around, you're going to need to head up the stairs. We're going to finish this part in the next video, but for now, we're just going to do one small section of this, and we are not going to find the 3rd piece to the distributor, or the detonator, whatever. Come around here. The first time you come through, you'll see boxes here in the door, which usually means there's a zombie behind it, but the first time you come through, nothing happens. Just keep that in mind for next time, because we will pass again. Over here, you can see that there's a door that requires a crank, and if you remember, we've already passed a door that requires a crank. Come here, this guy is going to wake up, and we'll have to take him out, and these guys are very heavily armored, so you'll want to try to aim for the head if possible. Ooh, that was a really nice one. Really nice finishing move there. And you can drop off the side. When you drop off the side, turn to the right and look in that corner, because there is an enemy waiting there, and he does have a submachine gun attached to his arm, and he has a helmet on also. So it's going to take a little bit more firepower to knock him down. Once he's taken out, 2 zombies are going to fall down from where we just were. Try to take them out individually if you can, so that you're not fighting them both at the same time. The second one is the same as the one we just fought. He has a submachine gun, and he's fully armored, including his head. Once that's done, you're pretty much finished. Come over to the wall here, and you'll turn this crank, and once you're done opening the door, the crank will be ours. So, good. We can open both of those doors now. Don't forget to loot the room here before moving on. Although if you forget anything, that's fine, because we will come back here in just a little bit. First things first, we're going to backtrack. So if you remember, there was a door that required a crank over here, which actually I went the long way. When you come out of Cedarbrook Apartments, you can turn to the right and go down into the parking garage, and that would be a faster way. But I didn't realize that when I recorded this, so I actually go the long way. Back around here through this door, turn to the right and go downstairs. And you'll go through all these halls again. There shouldn't be anything in here because we've completely cleared this area out. I really wish I would have remembered that there was a shorter way to get there, but unfortunately I didn't. When you get back to where the parking garage is on the left, you'll go, just keep going straight, and when you get to the end, you will see the red door that requires the crank. Go ahead and use it. Through here, this is an area we haven't been to, so take your time a little bit. You should be fine up until you go up this ladder. And this is an optional area as well. You do not have to come here if you don't want to. Just for first playthrough, to make sure that we get everything. I'm showing you this, but I'm sure in speed runs it will be skipped. I'm gonna creep around here because there will be some zombies, and the more noise you make, the quicker they come out. So that zombie laying on the ground is going to come to life when you get close enough. For now, I'm just gonna unlock this door, and this is another shortcut back to the main road. You can see the gas station directly across the street. Okay, I'm gonna equip my silenced pistol now to try not to aggro any other enemies. Because the more noise you make, the faster they come running. You can see a guy came out of the ground over there. Man, he's running really fast. And I like how their hair turns red with the blood. You know, because they're all decrepit and their hair is gray. So as you hit them in the head, their hair turns more red. That's actually really neat. If you come around the back here, you'll find another loot box. And this is the first time that we find a stacked hand grenade. And you can craft these. It really just takes 2 hand grenades stacked on top of each other. That's all it is. And I was just checking over there to see if there was anything hanging. So we can leave now through the shortcut door. I am going to stop and open up this truck because apparently I missed it before. And inside you'll find a hand grenade, it looks like. There to the left, we could have gone there. So the Cedarbrook Apartments are right there. We could have gone down into the parking garage instead of going all the way around. So don't make my mistake if you want to save just a little bit of time. Next, we're going to be going over there to the right. But for now, we're getting pretty close to time on this video, so make your way back over to the BSAA camp. You can turn in any points that you have, as well as make a save. We are doing, you know, I think we're doing pretty well with our points and upgrading our weapons. I am going to upgrade my hatchet, though. I've kind of been neglecting it. So let's get some more durability on this thing. And with that, we're going to end this video here. Pick right back up in part 11. So thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Until then, Kaji always has wares.